Hey everyone, welcome back, and we are going to be blocking in, or I'm sorry, laying in our darkest values with the gloss glazing liquid. And this is super straightforward. As you can see, I only have my carbon black on my painting palette with my glaze. And all I'm going to do is find the parts that are super dark, like almost pure black, and lay that value in. And honestly, that's pretty much this whole video. So I will try to talk a little bit more about paintbrushes here. Right now I'm using a round brush. I like to use these types of round brushes in areas where I need to have a lot of control over my detail. And I also want to know, like, how does it feel to paint over a transfer that you sprayed with a your spray fixative? Does it leave like a residue? It does leave a slight residue, but I haven't really tried a lot of other spray fixatives. Definitely make sure that you're getting a spray fixative that is meant for art. I know that a lot of people love to use that hairspray. I think it's Aquanet. But there's so many things with Aquanet that can go wrong. First of all, the yellowing, it will begin to yellow over time because it's so tacky and sticky. I'm not sure if you could do something like this. It might be good to, lay it over a drawing so it doesn't smudge. But why get something that you're not quite sure what the long run will be with that medium, when you could get something that is maybe just a few extra dollars more, where you feel confident that it's going to do exactly what you need it to do. Say, like this ended up being your favorite painting that you've ever made up until this point. And then you spray it with Aquanet, or you spray it with something, and the whole thing just like crackles or runs or something goes wrong. And I've seen this happen so often. So I'm on a Facebook group and an art teachers group, and a lot of people use Aquanet, and it kind of destroyed their pastel drawings. And sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. When you get your products from a company that spends their entire career devoted to the arts, and their entire company devoted to the arts, you're going to be spending your money on a company that has had so much testing and assurance of how it's going to make your art look its best. So you may also be wondering, at the end of your paintings, should you varnish your painting? And I would say 100% yes. There are a couple things to consider with what varnish you choose. I used to do like an eggshell finish that you paint on. But then I started to begin to see that my my brush strokes were drying in place, and it was taken away from all the work that I put in to make it look flawless. And I recently switched to a matte spray varnish, and I can show it to you, or I'll add it to the materials list if you're interested. It wasn't cheap. I think it was close to $20, to be honest with you. But it also made me feel confident that I was choosing a product that would preserve my work. And you're probably also wondering, why a matte medium? That is completely up to you. So for me, because I do art videos, art YouTube videos, and a lot of these paintings are displayed on my gallery wall in the videos. If I used a gloss medium or even an eggshell, the glaze would really, okay, so when I have my lights on in the studio, you wouldn't be able to see the portrait because of the glaze, the glossiness from the varnish. And sometimes even the gloss glazing liquid can shine through, and how you would fix that is just add an extra layer of a spray varnish that has a matte finish. Right now I am using a detail brush to get into these really small spaces, and there are different sizes for detailed brushes as well. There are some detail brushes that are so tiny that you actually have it kind of curves a little bit at the end, so you can get in there and kind of do it at an angle so you have even better control over where your paint is going to go. And I have used those so many times for really, really finite details. Like if I wanted to have one specific section be extremely detailed and then another section blurred out, the section that is detailed, where I want to see pores, freckles, blemishes, any of those things, I will use a brush like that. Most of the time though, I use a round brush, which I'm using right now. And for long details, like after I've laid in hair on a portrait, I'll build the layers up with just broad strokes, highlight midtones and shadows, and then at the very end I will use a long liner brush with a lot of glazing liquid to just add in a few transparent layers of stray hairs. And I probably talked about that more in portrait too, so hopefully you're able to see that one. All right, this is where I start to make, I think from the very beginning, make a few mistakes with this character. Actually, at the moment, I think it looks pretty good. All right, so you may be able to see how I'm doing his hair. I'm only focusing on the shadow section, and then any highlights I kind of just avoid. And any underpainting will show through, which makes it appear more natural. Yeah, at this moment in time, I'm actually pretty happy with the way his portrait is looking. And for this video, it took me so long to just go in with the black valued details that I had to split it up into 2 videos. So I will also be continuing this in the next video as well for a little bit. And in that same video, I'll also be beginning my my colors in that one as well, which gets really exciting because we can talk more about colors. Here's a real thought. And the real thought, a real thought. Here's something to think about. If you wanted to just create something that looked super graphic, you really could just paint a background and do a transfer. Like, this looks pretty cool the way it is. And if you just add a little bit of black like this, you could potentially call it a day. So if you are not someone who is a painter, you want to create something like this is what you would do. And just make sure that you're keeping your paint pretty transparent. This way, if you make a mistake, you're not gonna like have to figure out how to fix it when everything relies on transparency for this, well, for this style at least. Okay, that is the end. I will see you in the next video.